Okay, hey everyone, it's Dylan from H2O Escapes. So I am a cruise specialist. I run the cruise group, cruise ships, tips, tricks, and reviews for Canadians. There is a post that's going a little viral on the page right now, where someone posted a picture of a cruise for $14. A lot of people are on there. It's just getting shared everywhere. People are saying it's a scam, it's not true, and all that. So the thing is, it is true. So what it is that there's different things you have to think about it and ways you got to look at it. So I'm just going to share information. I'm going to share my screen and show how you can actually book this if you're looking for a last minute cruise and what it is and where it's going, what's happening. So let's just do picture here. No, let's make that a little bit bigger. So just for everyone knows, I am a travel agent. I am based up in Canada, but I can book American clients too. If you are interested in booking anything like this or any other cruise, I am more than happy to help you out. Dylan at H2O Escapes. You'll see my name all up on the screen there and go from there. So let's just see if there's a better little image. Okay, I like this. Okay, so here's my Facebook group. So it's cruise ships, tips, tricks, and reviews for Canadians, but everyone is welcome. So I do normally post prices in Canadian dollars. I am Canadian myself, but as I said, I do have a lot of American clients. I'm more than happy to get on there. I also run a Facebook group for river cruising. I also have one for Virgin Voyages, and I'm just starting on YouTube and Reddit and all that fun stuff also. So with the post we're talking about today. So Brandon here. So thank you, Brandon, for making this post today. All right, it's going really well. It's bringing a lot of eyes onto the group, which I really enjoy and is very much appreciated. But right now, if you guys can see this, I don't know if you can zoom in. I maybe can zoom in a bit for you guys. Does that work? No, yeah, there. So it's right now it's at 87,000 views. All right, 160 comments. So the post, all right, it was Freedom to Seas, average per person $14, right? So this is Canadian dollars. People are like, not a chance. There's no way you can go on a 5-day cruise $14. So you're correct. You can't go on a cruise $14, but the cruise aspect of it is actually only $14. But what it is the taxes and fees is where it's going to get you. So how much is this actually going to cost if you wanted to book? So again, I'm a travel agent. I deal directly with Royal Caribbean. I deal directly with Celebrity, all those major cruise lines, but this is the actual booking for the cruise itself. And what it is I can just go, I'm just going to go quickly here. This was on the Freedom of the Seas. So the Freedom Seas is dated. It's an older ship, and the sailing is on the 15th. Okay. I'm going to write Ontario here, but anyone, you can get this for no matter where you live. I've already had people reach out to me, ask me for 3 room. It's actually better pricing to book 2 rooms, a double and a single rather than 3 people in a single room, and all that. So it's 5-day Eastern Caribbean. So again, older ship, a Royal Caribbean, they do maintain their ships. But where you're going to do what you're going to go. So it's out of Miami. So you can visit Nassau, Bahamas, cruising, Foulmouth, Jamaica. So, the really bad things that's happening in Jamaica lately. Don't know if you're going to actually be porting there, if they're going to be sending you somewhere else, if it's just going to be sea days. That one's up for discussion. That's probably why a lot of people haven't booked this or pulled their names out of this cruise because they just don't know what's going on with the sailing. Okay. So it's the 15th to 20th. It's a 5-night cruise. Okay. So for 2 people, so right now, availability. So I am making this at 8:40 p.m. on November 6th. That's Eastern Standard Time. So right now there's 10 plus rooms. So you can see it's $7 per person, right? But what happens is when I click on, so sorry, I zoom in a little bit for you guys. All right, $7 per person. GTY. So what a GTY room is? Those who don't know what a GTY room is, it's a guarantee room. So in this case, this is a inside room, inside guarantee. So what happens is you're gonna get an inside room. You don't have any windows, you don't have any doors, and you don't get to pick your location. So with a GTY room, they guarantee you're gonna be in an interior room, if not something better. Okay. So what happens is with the GTY room, you have the chances again, whatever's kind of left over. So people who paid to pick their locations purposely didn't pick these. So as a travel agent, normally I would sit there and I don't normally recommend GTY rooms, especially for interiors or balconies. Ocean views, you can play around, but what happens is like you have the chance of being under the dance club or the nightclub. You have the chance of being right beside the boiler room. Like you have a chance of being in an unpreferred location, which is kind of the gamble you get, but normally get a super low price. Okay. So I said, this is for 2 people, Canadian dollars. Right. So this is your final price right here, $486 Canadian. All right. I can look that up quickly in the US also. But now that's just get on the cruise ship. This is not including your flights. This is not including your hotel stays. It's always strongly recommended you fly in at least a day beforehand, just because you never know. And it's not including your gratuities, your drink or Wi-Fi packages, or spending money in excursions, stuff like that. Insurance, and it's always strongly recommended you get insurance. So the only thing you would really have to pay extra on top of this would be gratuities, right? So the gratuities I can automatically add, right? So you can pay it now. You can pay gratuities up front, or you can pay it at the end of the cruise. So for right now, it's $123.02 per person Canadian, right? So if I was to add that, it would bring the total cruise for two people $732.04 Canadian. Okay, so that's how much that costs. Now, there's other rooms available. Everyone was just talking about interior room, interior room, interior room. There's actually some other really good rooms for super cheap, right? Like, so interior rooms where we're picking 62 or $20 per person, right? Connecting promenade, right? But the big ones you're looking at, ocean view guarantee, $48 per person. Okay, there's only two rooms. Again, zoom in. $48. There's only two rooms available at that price, though, right? So once they're gone, they're booked. That's anywhere. That's people booking Canada and the States, UK, anywhere, right? So that price would bring the total up to $814.04 Canadian, and that's with the gratuity still included. Don't forget. And if you wanted a balcony, where are we? So if you wanted an actual balcony, I'm pretty sure I saw a really good deal on a balcony. Ocean view. Yeah, so there's two ocean view balcony GTY rooms. $171 a guest. And that would bring the total up to, pardon me, 1,060.04. Right? Again, Canadian dollars. Pardon the coughing. Okay, so let's just is there any other rooms I can quickly mention here? I wonder if there's any suites that are crazy good price. Connecting Ocean View balcony, unavailability. No, everything just goes up in price from there. Okay, so let's just say you're American, you're one of my American friends watching this. So let's just go back here. I'm going to get out, and we are going to look up in the American pricing. And we are going to say you're from Ohio, OHIO, right? Doesn't matter really roughly where you're from with these prices. Doesn't matter if you're Florida resident, or New York resident, Canada resident, anything like that. It's the thing. So same sailing. Now, cool thing with this, I actually have group space. So no matter what room you actually get here, I can actually get you $50 onboard credit extra. I'm going to double check that. But again, $4 per person. 300. So for interior GTY room, all right, ZI, $4 brings the price up $356 American. I'm just going to check the gratuities are still added on that. And gratuities weren't. So the gratuities would cost $92.50 per person. All right, so let's just say we add that now. How much is that actually going to cost you for everything on this cruise? Interior room, American, $541.10. Right? That's a pretty good price, right? So that's $250, 5-day cruise, all your food's included, all your entertainment. You can't even go for a hotel for that price. Let's just see if you wanted ocean view and the thing. What's that going to cost you American? The ocean view guarantee room with the gratuities already prepaid, $601 US. And ocean view balcony GTY is $781.10. Okay, so it's a deal. So it's out there. The prices are, as I said, $4, $17, but that's the cruise fare itself. So honestly, I looked up the one pricing, like I would get like 60 cents commission on this. Like it's barely worth my time, but I would still do it to help people out to make sure they get on a nice cruise, because I love cruise myself and I like helping people get good deals. So you get the cruise pricing. So it's a cruise fare, and then you have to pay all the taxes and the fees. So what happens is the taxes and the fees are all like it's just put on the ships because of NASA. It's also based on all the ports where it's going to, and it's the port fees, right? So what happens is now in NASA Bahamas, they charge the dock to ship there to land there, and that's what happens is that you got to pay money towards that. So the cruise line automatically picks that dollar, and that's why it jumps from the $4 up to like the $250 or the $300. So all those taxes and fees are included. As I said, you go on the cruise, you show up. If you've never been on a cruise before, you can walk on the cruise ship. However you get down to the port, you fly, you drive, you take the train, do whatever you got to do. You get onto the ship. Technically, you don't have to spend any other money except for the gratuities, right? You could remove the gratuities. It's strongly not recommended. Those people the workers on the ship do work really hard, but you're not expected to tip your room staff, your dining staff, unless you want to. So for this price, like, you can stay on the ship the entire week. You don't even have to get off NASA. If it does go to Jamaica, I don't know where location, if it actually is going to port. I'm presuming not, but you could just stay on the ship, or like you don't have to get out and explore if you don't want to. You still will be paying those port fees, but it is. And then what it is there's actually, and then these rates are for 2 in a room, as I've been saying, not each. This is 2 in a room. If you wanted 1 person room, the rates are actually cheaper than this. So you would save maybe $100. So yeah, that's just what I got. I just wanted to make a quick video here, or not so quick anymore, 10 plus minutes, I'm guessing. Again, Dylan from H2O Escapes. I do got a website. It's up on the screen there. And cruise ships, tips, tricks, and reviews for Canadians, my website. Please check it out and have yourself a great day. If got questions about this, or if you want to book it, let me know. Let's book it. Let's get you on a ship. Ooh, dying here.